Hello everybody, welcome to the Noble News, your weekly update on all things Orlando theme park related. Another new roller coaster at Seaworld, Cosmic Rewind, early access for that Guardians of the Galaxy ride, and giant alligators. All this and more in this week's update.
There is a massive party event coming to Universal Orlando. It's called Music After Dark. Maroon 5 is going to be headlining that as well as a few other groups. It did not say what those other groups were, but Maroon 5 is definitely going to be there. And there are special packages you can buy on the website. So if you want any information, go to the website and look that up or give them a call. They have special room rates and blocked out rooms, and you get your tickets, and it's special access. So they do have an itinerary listed on the website. The first day you get there, I know there is a block party, a huge block party at City Walk.
And that's on a Thursday.
Yeah.
So you arrive on Thursday.
Yeah. And on the next day, guests can experience Islands of Adventure from 2 to 7, and then head on over to Universal for the private Maroon 5 concert. And then after the Maroon 5 concert, they enjoy Universal Studios until 1 a.m.
Yeah, so you can stay up super late and attend Universal. That's late, 1 a.m.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. I feel like there's not even gonna be like a ton of people, maybe, I don't know. And then I'm guessing you like check out and you go home on the Sunday. So
yeah.
Sounds like, or on the Saturday. On the Saturday, yeah.
Yeah.
So Thursday to Saturday. So sounds like kind of a cool weekend thing.
Yeah.
You get to see Maroon 5, and it says headlining. So there's gonna be other acts, I assume, like leading up to Maroon 5. We don't know what those are yet, but purchase your tickets online. Many of you know that at Epcot, the brand new Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind ride is opening here very soon, and that ride is scheduled to open on May 27th. But they are having early access previews, and we talked about that in our last videos. Well, all of that came to pass this week in like a super compressed timeline. So they did the Disney Vacation Club, they did the annual pass holders, all the sneak previews that are happening. That all happened this past week. So hopefully you got your free, access ticket to get in to see the previews. For Disney Vacation Club and annual pass, there were multiple days that you could actually attend. So some people will be going on like the 10th of May, some people will be the 11th and the 9th and things like that. So they're all gone now, unfortunately. Yeah. So all of the sneak previews, everything are completely gone. So if you didn't get to see that, if you didn't get to grab that, I know a lot of people have been kind of upset because they didn't get their emails, especially if you're an annual pass holder. Your email may have went into your junk folder or your promos folder, or somehow you just didn't see it, and they were gone within like a half hour or hour of those things going live. They were all gone. So unfortunately, we did end up getting passes, so I'm excited to go. So we will definitely chronicle the preview day, and we will show you the ride up close and personal. So just stay tuned to our channel, because we will definitely put out a preview video on everything that we experience on that day.
So Expedition Everest was supposed to open, they said April 16th they announced. Well, it ended up opening on the 15th. They had a surprise opening, so guests who were there on the 15th, they got to experience Expedition Everest, and I can't wait to ride it again. I love that ride.
Yeah, unfortunately, they didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
So we're not really sure what the refurb was all about. I think they maybe, they touched up a few paint spots.
They picked up the hair ties.
I know they picked up all the hair ties at the top there, at the very top of the slope when you get up to the mountain.
And why do people do that?
I don't know. People, one person does it, two people do. Same thing with the Mardi Gras beads at Universal. They throw them all on these trees on the way out. But yeah, so the animatronic bird, I know at the top, is still not working. All the plexiglass is still there. Unfortunately, as we predicted and as we knew, Disco Yeti is still rocking that disco. He's still in B mode. Definitely didn't fix that. So I don't really know what the refurb was all about, so there's nothing really exciting to go see. So other than just the fact that it's open again, so if you were hoping to ride it, you can ride it now. But if you're trying to race there and see all the stuff that's different, there isn't anything different. It's the same ride. So there you have it. Let's talk about gators now. If you know anything about Florida, it is Gator Haven here down in Florida. So Gatorland Palooza is returning to Gatorland. Gatorland Palooza will run from May 14th to 15th, so it's only a 2-day event. You've got to go there during that event day. So they'll have live music and crafts and shops and all sorts of things. The thing that I find the most interesting that I want to watch is the Florida Man Challenge. This is the second year in a row that they will now have done this, and it's basically like a triathlon race through dirty, swampy, muddy waters that are swarming with alligators. That's what it says.
It's what it says, but it said swarming.
Swarming with alligators.
Have quotations.
It's probably going to be like little plastic alligators, but hey, it says swarming with alligators, so I want to see if there's legit going to be alligators in there. Or maybe there's going to be like one baby alligator in there. But I don't know. It sounds pretty... I don't know, one gator can swarm around in a circle. I don't know, but it sounds cool. So grab your tickets online, go to the Gatorland website and grab them right now before they're all gone. May 14th to 15th is coming up. I think we're going to have to give it a go.
And if you're a Florida resident, they're giving special discounts. So you can get in for $16.50.
Yeah.
That's a steal.
That's a steal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already pretty cheap to get in there, I feel like. So take a look.
Busch Gardens is introducing an all-new seasonal event called Summer Celebration. It's May 27th through August 7th. There's special like themed party areas throughout the parks with like dancing and music, and I guess they're like individually themed, like each part.
So it looks like they're getting on the festival action. So Seaworld's got the festivals now, Busch Gardens.
Yeah, and they're gonna have a new laser and fireworks show as well.
Wow.
And also going on right now, and you can experience this through May 22nd, is their Food and Wine Festival. They have over 90 dishes, 40 or more wines, beers, and cocktails. Yeah, and there's special concerts, and it just seems like a fun festival to go to.
Yeah. So just a quick update on the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser hotel experience. They did have a shuttle that actually ran between Disney Springs and the hotel for certain periods of time when you were at the hotel experience. And they started running that not too long ago. I'd say it's like maybe a week or two ago they started running, a couple weeks maybe, they started running that shuttle in case people wanted to go to Disney Springs. But they've now announced that's gone now. They're halting it. They're getting rid of it. There was a couple of reasons why that they mentioned, which was something around congestion with the checking in and checking out experience because the bus was there. And honestly, they probably didn't plan very well for like how a bus system would work. I don't think they were probably planning on even allowing you to go from Disney Springs to the hotel or take a bus back and forth. So they probably threw it in at the last minute.
Yeah.
Didn't really work out for them. I think also like people are kind of like, we're paying a lot of money to stay at this hotel and experience this. You don't really want to take a day trip over to Disney Springs. So I think there wasn't a lot of use of it. And it was causing some congestion issues and they just canceled it. So you can no longer go to Disney Springs if you were looking for that if you're headed to the hotel. But the good news is there's lots of things, lots of shopping at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge when you visit Hollywood Studios. You can get most of the merchandise that you can get in any of the Disney stores at Disney Springs. So that's your backup plan.
Starlight Safaris have returned to the Animal Kingdom Lodge. It is $89 a person, and you get to experience an after dark safari tour, which my favorite safaris are the ones at night. I miss the ones at Animal Kingdom that they used to have in the evenings. I love that.
Me too.
And they said there's most of the animals are out during that time because they like the nighttime hours. Now you do have to be at least 8 years old to go on that, and if you are under 18, you have to be with someone who is at least 18. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Or older to go on it. And you can buy your tickets online or give Disney a call.
Just a couple of other quick updates. One is that the Salt and Straw ice cream shop at Disney Springs is now finally got a schedule to open on April 20th is going to be the grand opening. So if you're interested in grabbing some awesome, cool new ice cream over at Disney Springs, April 20th is going to be the day. I also want to mention that there is speculation that the Connections Cafe at Epcot is going to be opening around April 18th or 19th. And the reason that speculation is happening is because they have finally announced that the Starbucks at Epcot, which is kind of right at the entrance of World Showcase, it's going to be closing on April 18th. They've announced that, and they did say that when the Connections Cafe opens in Epcot, that they would close the Starbucks because it's basically going to replace it. There will be a Starbucks in the Connections Cafe, and that's right across from the Creation Shop is where the Connections Cafe is. So people are saying, well, if the Starbucks is closing on the April 18th, does that mean the Connections Cafe is opening on the April 18th or the 19th? We don't know. They still haven't said anything. I have a feeling it's just going to all of a sudden be open. They're just going to remove the bushes. The doors are going to be open.
Yeah, you'll just go in and be like,
it's open.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we would love to cover both Salt and Straw and the Connections Cafe opening, but we are going to be out of town that exact period of time. So I'm like, really? How come everything opens when we have to go out of town?
And you can start hugging the characters on the 18th as well.
Right, so we're going to miss out on those.
All kinds of stuff happening.
But as soon as we get back from our trip, we will hit all those cafe. We will hit the cafe. We will do Salt and Straw. We'll do a review of it. But just to let you know, those will be open. So if you're going to be down here, going to be hitting a vacation, you're going to be in the area, those are your days.
A couple of updates for SeaWorld. You no longer have to have a reservation to go there. Yay. I love that. I wish all the reservations were on.
Not a fan of the reservation system. I know lots of people love it because they feel like it keeps the capacity down, or that they won't get locked out because it's out of capacity. But like, I don't really think it does. And you still get locked out. So maybe it's not like a surprise lockout. Like you walk up to Magic Kingdom and you're like, wait a minute, I can't get in. But for me, I'm just not a fan.
Yeah.
So that's good. Awesome, SeaWorld. Universal has never had a reservation system. Thank you, Universal. Keep it rolling. You're doing it all right, I gotta tell you.
It's true.
And the last piece for SeaWorld is something really that nobody was expecting, and it's kind of interesting. I'm like excited about it. SeaWorld actually sent out a tweet that said, lovely palm trees here, and it basically is a picture. I'll throw it up here. It's a picture of palm trees, but behind it there's these big like roller coaster sections, like big girders, big metal track sections. And people are basically speculating that that's their very subtle, not so subtle, not big grand announcement that they are now finally starting to do work, or will be starting to do work on their brand new roller coaster called the Surf Coaster. So they just finished Icebreaker, and its grand opening was just like a month ago. And they're already rocking on their next roller coaster, which is going to be Surf Coaster.
Is that going to have water?
Don't know, and there's a lot of speculation on what kind of ride it's going to be. If it's going to be a big roller coaster, but they don't know if it's going to be like a stand-up roller coaster, sit down, sitting off to the side. There's all kind of speculation, but I don't know, but it sounds cool. So that's awesome. SeaWorld's already basically announced a brand new roller coaster at SeaWorld. So man, they're really amping it up on their roller coasters at SeaWorld again. They keep moving further and further away from the whale shows, which I think is great, and they're continuing to talk about conservation and doing conservation effort and bettering the environment, and they're also building sort of a theme park part of it to sort of entice guests. And then the great thing that I like about it is that you're there for the coasters and the experience of the theme park, and while you're there, you learn a lot about the animals, and you learn a lot about conservation, which I think is great. So there you have it. That's the news for this week. We had a lot of cool things for you. Tune in again tomorrow. We'll have another great episode, but it's a lot of different content, so we got all sorts of things. Check it out. Don't forget to subscribe. And until then, the Noble way
is the easy way.
Bye-bye, everybody.